Welcome back to another. Well, it's not another one.
No, it's
This
not
is
another
something
one.
different.
Yeah.
Way
This
different,
is
boys.
An exclusive.
Yeah.
What is this? 1 of 5? Part 1 of 2. 1 of
Yeah.
5.
I'd say probably 1 to 5 at least. Might have some more in there. I don't know.
So, let me name this real quick. We're gonna call this "Talk Is Cheap Off the Record," the official Kris Flair interview featuring Ron Dog, the G-Man on the boards, because I see him looking at me.
Yeah, we all know how I feature.
No.
It gets bleeded out. It gets bleeded out, too.
Here,
And
look.
we got a crowd now. Shout out Don.
Shout
Big
out
Don
Donnie.
over
We
here,
got
bro.
Don Juan in the back.
Yeah. He's here.
So we're just gonna jump right into this, man.
Yeah.
So you were born, you were created, you got a mom, you got a dad. Let's talk about them.
Yeah, so growing up, mom was really, really sick, down a lot, bro. They had her on a bunch of medications. She had a lot of stuff wrong with her. So from an early age, right, I had to kind of step up and be the man of the house and take care of everything and take care of her and just and look out, bro.
How is that from a young age? Like, do you feel like that slows you down? You feel like it builds character? What do you say that did for you?
No, I think that fully shaped me, in a way. When you got to step up from a young age, it's like you got to do it. There's no other way around it, right? So growing up, I mean, it was hard. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it was easy at all, but I had to do it, bro. And it really made me who I am now, right? And especially it helped my bond with mom now, right? She's doing great now. Everything's good. So yeah, it fully shaped me.
Talk about your dad a little bit.
So my dad was around a little bit, like on the younger years, like probably from till I was maybe 5 or so. We had that normal father-son relationship, but we've never, since I've been older, right, that I can remember, I don't remember us having that father-son ideal relationship. I love my dad to death, right? It's my dad, but we just haven't had it.
Mm.
And the alcohol, got some problems with that. So
Any core memories with that guy?
I remember going to like hockey games and some wrestling events when I was like younger, and watching wrestling in the house and all that type of stuff. But not too many, bro. Not too many.
Going off of sports, you play any sports?
Yeah, I used to play hockey. Hockey was
no
my
kidding.
shit, bro.
I mean,
Yeah.
seeing you watch hockey, I guess I could see it how passionate you is, but you never would have struck me as an athlete.
No, not now, bro.
Struck me as an
Not
athlete.
now, bro. I mean, no, I used to play hockey. I love playing basketball. Those were, I would say, probably the top two. I didn't wrestle or nothing. I should have. If I look back now, I would have loved to wrestle. But yeah, I liked hockey, bro. Ice skating and the fights and all that. It has
That's what I
that
was about to
fighting
say.
aspect
You
to
think
it,
the
right?
fighting
So-
aspect added on to the
Yeah.
love for fighting later?
Oh yeah, probably. And I was surrounded like the wrestling stuff too, like pro wrestling. I was surrounded by from a young age. It was like Attitude Era, Stone Cold, The Rock, the whole night. That was the good shit, bro. Growing up back then, so yeah, I remember one of my memories. Actually, I got in trouble, bro. I was in the front room, and every Monday night, like my dad, my mom, we'd all watch Monday Night Raw, and it was like WWF back then. But we used to watch that, and I remember Stone Cold getting up on the top rope and doing the middle finger, and I did the middle finger, bro. Oh, I
Tore
got
your little
I
ass
got in so much trouble, bro. But I loved it, man. I loved it. That was my thing, dude.
So how'd you transition from being a hockey playing pro wrestler to being a rapper? Where does that kind of fall
Well,
into place?
see, now music's always been a part of my family, though. Well, I've always been around it ever since I was little. Like I remember, actually too. Actually, I remember my mom. She had a little red. It's like a little red Corvette. I'm pretty sure it's what
Okay.
she had, bro.
Oh, ma.
And she used to bump "Who Let the Dogs Out."
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I love that shit, bro. That was so I used to rap that and all that stuff in the back. And then my uncle Don, he was guitar player, singer. He had a band called Sunseekers. It was like a Christian band. My other uncle Jerry, he was a drummer. My great grandpa was like I think it was called big band music back in the day, like in the 50s, bro. and he went on tours and did a bunch of stuff. So from a young age, dude, we were all like the whole music family, which you guys can ask Ariana too, bro. We were always around music, vinyls, like it was always playing. Any family get together, we would always buy it. So it's always been around. But what really got me into it, I would say, was probably Mac Miller. That was who really inspired me, probably say 13, 14. You go through them.
Definitely see that.
Yeah, you can go through them like the teenage years, right, where you're smoking and
Mhm.
you're trying out different things and you're trying to figure out who the hell you are. And yeah, dude, I used to watch his videos, like his tour videos, like behind the scenes and all that stuff. And I was like, damn, that's pretty cool. And then I actually went to one of his shows. He was on tour with Wiz. I went to that show. I was front row. I wasn't playing no games, bro. I was pulling up.
That's
Front row.
on tour with Wiz. It's big.
Yeah. And then, well, yeah, because they're both from Pittsburgh, so they like did like a whole tour. So I went and seen him then, and then he did one at the Nutter Center. And at the Nutter Center, I ended up rapping with him. I actually ended up rapping with him. With I can't remember what song it was. Maybe Loud or something he did. I don't know, dude. But I was like, this shit's fucking crazy. Yeah.
Got a
So
little taste to start him early.
yeah. So I think that's really what made me want to do it, bro. He was definitely influential around those times, and skipping school and being an idiot. It was some Mac Miller.
Now rewind a little bit. You said you just went on stage with them. Let's rewind a little bit. And how'd you start it? What really put your foot in the door? And was like, all right, I'm gonna start making music. It's gonna be fun.
I don't know, bro. I think. Well, there was one time when we lived in Huber for like a solid year because I was testing out school over there. My mom got in a relationship, and we moved over there. And our neighbor Marcus, he was around my age, and we got to messing around. We recorded a song on a webcam, bro. On a webcam, like you talking these mics, but imagine a webcam. That's how we were doing it. Just young, bro. Just being stupid and messing around and having fun. That's like the first time I ever recorded.
Now, was that on something like Skype, or was that actually just recording and saving it?
I don't remember, bro. I don't remember what he did. I think he had like an actual program though. He was legit. Like, we were designing cover arts and like
no kidding,
everything. Yeah, it was pretty wild, dude. He kind of knew what he was doing a little bit more than I did. I was just kind of there helping him out a little bit, but I seen that I was like, that's pretty cool, bro. And I don't remember how old I was. I'm not too sure how old I was then, but that was a cool experience that probably helped make me realize like, okay, I really want to do music. So, and then seeing my family, right? Like I could see my uncle perform and stuff like that and do his thing. And I'd go up on stage with him when I was like really young, and I'd start crying and looking for my mom, and, so I've always been exposed to it, and that's, I don't know, I feel like that's what I really knew. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. For example, like you with hunting, right? Like you were exposed to that from a young age. So it's like, I'm going to do this now, right?
Yeah.
So it's the same thing kind of for me with music. That's in my own mind, like I felt like that's all I've ever known. So that's what I need to do, right?
Well, starting from a young age, whoever you're around, your family,
Right.
they all shape you in some sort of way from a young age.
Mhm.
They all show you what their life consists of, what their life is about.
Yeah.
Going off that a little more, you talked about how you started it.
Mm-hmm.
How did you basically get your sound, get your melody? What produced you to do the kind of music you do?
Well, see, that's the thing, right? So when I was first starting out, I was rapping like Mac Miller. Like I was rapping like boom bap beats. Kane, you remember that? You remember that? I was really rapping, bro. Like
I hope we turned 19 today.
Yeah, like it was like rap, So that's what it started out with until I met Kane.
I give you this though, before you even get into that, he could rap his ass off when I met him. I'm not gonna take too much credit because he already was making music. He could already rap.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was doing it, bro. Just, I could say, I guess when you grow up around music, though, you can hear certain things in music, right?
Yeah.
You can listen to a beat. You're already on beat. You're not off beat. If you're, you have that rhythm, like you grow up with it. That's a very, I feel like, important thing. But, yeah, so that's how I ended up getting into kind of the sound now is kind of Kane and introducing me to auto-tune and starting to be able to sing because I'm like, dude, I can't sing for shit. And then I got some auto-tune on there and started learning how to do it and engineer it and practice it.
I'm not gonna let you tell that story without telling the origin story, man. So just
of us meeting.
so kind of start from the beginning of that. Like,
So
what started the conflict that ended up with our
yeah, our friendship started in chaos. bro.
in calamity
It
for sure.
really
We
did,
trauma
and-
bonded.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Trauma bonded for sure. So Ian, which is
Long live Smokey the Kid, man.
yeah, rest in peace to Ian. He was at school one day, and let me say this too, right? Our friendship, and it's fucking accurate. My friends are my family, and then we have like
Nah,
a
for
serious brotherhood, bro. That is like ride or
Don't
die,
play with it.
no matter what. And
100%.
it was no different with Ian. I looked at Ian as like my little brother, and I was going to protect him no matter what. So he went to school one day, got in a fight with this kid. He ended up tripping over his like bag. I can't remember exactly how it happened, but he had his backpack, tried to get it off, and fell over it, and then dude started wailing on him. So everybody at school was telling Ian like, "Oh, you got whooped, bro. Like you got beat pretty bad." Da, 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 da. So I think it was kind of playing with Ian a little bit, and I was like, you know what, dude, I gotta be big bro here. Like, let me step in and like, try to get this shit figured out. Anyway, I would say probably a few days later, the dude went to some chick's house I knew and started running his mouth about it. And I'm like, all right, let's meet up. Like, let's do this. Let's. And so we all met up at an elementary school. I had like a few people with me. Actually, Mom was with me at that time. And dude, they pulled up and
Like the president and the Secret Service,
no,
man.
I'm serious, bro. I thought this was going to be a one-on-one fight, and they pulled up with at least 6 to 8.
1 on 30.
Yeah, it was a 1 on 30, man, and I got jumped, and that's how that ended up. And actually, Mom was the one that saved me, dude. She whipped that car around, bro. I was down on the ground. They were stomping on me and everything else, and I was kind of like looked over to the right. I seen her headlights. She was sitting in the car because she just thought it was gonna be a normal, one-on-one, whatever. And yeah, she. Drove the car over, got me. We got out of there.
Let me just say that I don't want to say too much, but knowing Mom, you know how she came that day. If you know his mom, you know that it wasn't just headlights.
Yeah, no. Mom
And
was
that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, no. I mean, yeah, she was there, bro. That she was the reason I made it out of there, bro. It would have been really bad, probably. In all honesty, it would if she was not there, or if I had someone else drive, or it could have been ended up really bad. So a week later, after getting jumped, right, I'm like, all right, I don't know how you got. I don't know whether it was Quincy or David or who.
Okay. So he
You
made
heard
a
about
call. He sent the bat signal in the sky for real. It was just like, this was going on. This is what we doing. And he was tight with my best friend at the time's little brother. And so when bruh said he was going, his big brother said he was going. And my delinquent ass was just like, oh, it's a fight? Yeah, let's go fight.
Mm-hmm.
And so we all met up at the bat lair, And I never forget coming in. You had a little bed in the corner, and then it was a desk right there, and the closet was shut.
Mm-hmm.
So I just seen the computer. I didn't really see what was to
Right.
it. Like,
Yeah.
we just knew we about to go fight.
Yeah.
We getting our last little drinks on and shit.
Mhm. Yeah, go. And we did. I ended up we got the ones, bro.
It took a lot to get the ones because it definitely they
there was so
outnumbered
much,
us.
dude. It
by
was we still had a solid.
it was 3-1.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
It was
we had a
3-1.
solid 15 people. A solid 15 people, and they still. And like I said, I don't think Kane believed me on it. I don't think he believed that there was that many people that I got jumped.
I didn't
by.
think it was that many people in that area that was about that shit at that moment.
Yeah,
I'll keep
bro.
it all the way honest. I didn't think there
and-
was that many people there that was going.
Dude, you just stand there, you see 1 car, 2 car, 3 car. Like it was like
And it was
some
all playing the
movie.
Migos.
It was
They was all playing different Migos songs.
yeah, it was like a movie, bro. Like it was
The
like,
first
damn.
song that I heard pull up was First 48. And I damn near already knew what time it was.
I remember that tone. I'm just looking around like, see, I told you, motherfuckers. I really got.
They
I
pulled up,
really got
motherfuckers
jumped,
started
bro.
dropping out to fight. Yeah, now I'm just here to watch. I was just here to watch. But shit, we stood our ground.
Yeah,
Bruh held the way that he held his own. He earned my respect instantly. And right after he held his own, every cop in town pulled up.
yeah, we did have a little.
They had a little. We got out of there.
Yeah, we got out of
Everybody
there.
that
Yeah, we
came
got
with
out
us
of there.
made it out of there except
Yeah.
for one of the drivers. She was hidden behind the school, but she made it out.
Yeah,
Even she made it out without any police contact.
Yeah.
But I think that was really kind of like, I feel like running from the police is a bonding moment. It's probably
I
crazy
said the
to
whole
say.
trauma.
But
It was like a trauma bonding, bro. It was
Yeah.
crazy just being young, crazy kids, man. That we, it was so wild. I mean, I really did that, bro. Just for like my brother, man. I just was trying to look out for him, and that's how all that ended up starting. But that's how we met.
And I didn't find out that's what it was about until like a year later.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But yeah, we got away from the police. We linked back up at the bat lair, and the closet was open when I came back.
Yeah.
Oh, you got a microphone? You rap?
Yeah.
I've been looking for a studio.
Yeah.
Took him about 3 days. He had to warm up to me. He was finally like, all right, yeah, come on.
Yeah.
And shit, that's probably day 3 of me being there. We found auto-tune.
Mm-hmm. And that's how I ended up starting to discover and mess around with the sound, bro. I'm not saying it was good at that time, but I mean that's how we got there, right? So, and that's how me and Kane met. It's a crazy story, bro, but it's a solid one.
Trauma bond.
Yeah. So
I'm going off topic a little bit. Having trauma like that, having a buttload of people come up on you back then, it wasn't normal to be jumped, but it kind of was. In today's age, if you had that many people, there's going to be a shootout.
Mm-hmm.
There's not going to be anybody living left.
Yeah, that's a big thing. So I am grateful for that. It kind of happened at the right time, I guess. If I'm gonna get jumped, let's do it back then, not today, right?
3 years after that, somebody would have.
Yeah,
It's a totally different situation.
Yeah, 100%. So thank God it was then.
Definitely was.
We'd be in trouble. That's for sure. That would have been really bad.
So kind of talk about that era of music, because like you say, you was Mac Miller conscious type rapper.
Mm-hmm.
I was more or less, I guess I said drill rapper.
Yeah, you were doing like trap stuff still.
I say I came kind of more of a drill rapper. So
yeah,
that dynamic, that not even necessarily the chemistry, but just more or less for you.
Mm-hmm.
Like how describe the music, describe the process, describe the evolution. Do you have any real inspiration you say you pulled from that? Because going from Mac Miller straight into auto-tune,
it was a crazy, no, I mean, yeah, it's a total difference. And like I say, it definitely took a while to get like used to it. Dude, you had it down. I was like, what the fuck am I doing, bro?
Shout out Lil Durk and Chief Keef.
Yeah, so it definitely took a while, and then for me to get comfortable with doing it was a tough part, I would say. And I was so used to rapping and so used to doing so many lines like in a song and doing 8 bars, 16, and whatever. I was so used to that when you sing, you don't got to do that many. I was like, oh, this is a little bit easier, So you just got to have melody. That's the biggest thing. So, but we did it, and like I say, that's really what changed the trajectory. I don't think that I would have been anywhere probably with rapping. Like, in all honesty, because there's so many rappers.
I like that. So what made it an actual career instead of a dream?
I don't know. I mean, I really started taking stuff seriously probably around the time I met Kane. And I really started recording. I mean, we were up for days and nights, bro. I
say Pro Tools changed the game.
Yeah, Pro Tools for sure. Because we started out GarageBand, messed around with Logic some, but eventually ended up Pro Tools. Yeah, we were, we had a blast, bro. We had a blast making music. Like I say, that's what we did, like all day, all night. I mean, like all summer long. That's what it was. And we come out with albums, EPs, songs, the whole nine, bro. That's what we did. And doing so much of it, you get better at it too. Mm-hmm. That's the thing, right? If you're doing that shit every single day,
eventually you're gonna figure it out.
Yeah. And even if I make a song, then he makes a song, whatever. I mean, we literally locked ourselves in the house through party, whatever we did. Like, we were still recording. There could be like 15 people behind us, and we're still sitting there recording. So,
now I want to kind of take a step back because we done talked about music, but we haven't talked about the uncensored part of that point in time. So, I want to touch on the fact that you have a drink occasionally, but you do not smoke any type of marijuana or anything of the sort.
And it's so funny, bro, because I have long hair and people assume that.
Yeah, there's a hippie stoner type of. But yeah, nah, absolutely.
Yeah,
avoid it.
so I don't know exactly how old I was. I don't know, but it was like my first love. We were going through a split, all that. Had my little heart broken, being a little puss about it, and started messing around with some drugs and stuff like that. And I was taking acid like every single weekend, bro. Probably for a solid 2 months. And I'm talking good amount of acid, not
Taking
little
strips.
amounts. Yeah. And I ended up having a bad trip on it. And I was so paranoid, bro. I thought I was dying. I was freaking out. And I think, well, now I know, like, if I ever try to smoke weed, dude, it's bad. It puts me back in that headspace, bro, and I could never do it. I could drink, but when it comes to weed, there's no way.
This episode of Talks Cheap is brought to you by Troni Brothers Pizza, located at 4654 Wilmington Pike in Kettering, Ohio.
If you're craving real, made-from-scratch Italian pizza, this is the place. From their hand-tossed dough to their homemade sauce and fresh toppings, every bite delivers that authentic Italian flavor.
If you're not in Kettering, no worries. Troni Brothers also has locations in Troy and Xenia, so no matter where you are, you can get that same incredible taste.
Stop by Troni Brothers Pizza today and tell them Talk is Cheap sent you.
We talked about the evolution. We talked about kind of finding auto-tune, finding the sound.
Yeah.
Where do you feel like was the groundbreaking moment for the we won't even call it the Kris Flair sound yet. This was the Sonny the Kid sound at the time.
Ooh. Yeah. The former name was Sonny, which some people still call me, bro.
That's you.
I
You can't
know.
get away from that.
I
Gucci and
know.
School Up.
I got that name, which probably a little bit from the Sunseekers too, like my uncle's band, and then my grandpa always used to call me Sonny Boy. It was always Sonny Boy. Sonny Boy, grab me, Sonny Boy. So that's how that originated, and it kind of stuck with me until I don't even know, probably up a little bit before the deal.
Until you changed it. Until you decided, like, okay, rebrand time.
Yeah, it was 100% rebrand time. I just couldn't do that. That was more of like young kid, hippie looking, that was kind of the shtick of that. But
Yeah.
it just didn't fit anymore. The older I was getting, I was like, we got to change the name, dude. Yeah.
No, I never heard that name. That's nice to know.
Yeah, that was a good.
That's what I was
name
performing
right there.
as, like, dude, around here and everything.
Yeah,
That's
it's
what it was.
10-year-old
That's what
name.
you were going to the bar and stuff?
Yeah.
Now
that's
talk
how-
a little more about that. How'd you get to that point? You were making music from a bedroom on a screen with
Yeah.
Kane.
Yeah.
How did you go about start going to bars and performing, and how'd all that come about?
I don't remember exactly how I found it, but those were seriously the days now. Looking back on it, that was amazing. Anyway, there was a bar. They started doing music. It was called One Eyed Jack's. A lot of people that are watching this will probably say, "Holy shit, I forgot
Yeah,
about
we're
that place."
old.
But there was a little stage, man. I remember and we got in there. We were underage. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we weren't even
Damn.
18 yet. And I think it was me and Kane. We did his first performance ever and my first performance ever. And
Same stage,
dude,
same set.
I'm telling you, I got on that stage, bro. There was a good amount of people. I'd
Mhm.
say at least probably
we
50.
sold a record number of drinks that night.
Oh yeah. for
Now,
sure.
is it the one that's behind you?
No, so this one here is WO's. This is WO Rights.
That's a good 2-3 years after.
Yeah, which we still did bounce back and forth a little bit, but One Eye's closed down. And dude, I remember doing our first performance, bro. There's a video somewhere, and I just stood there. I didn't move, bro. I was so scared, man. I was so nervous. It's like, damn, this is weird, trying to do it. And yeah, we just moved back and forth like a few steps. There was a few steps, and that was it. I wasn't doing any movement, no crowd work. There was nothing. I was shitting my britches up there, bro. So
1,
that's
2, 3.
yeah,
4,
that's what it
2,
was.
2,
Just try to
3,
move
4.
a little
Yeah.
bit, try to move a little bit. But yeah, I was nervous, which is the first time performance, so rightfully so.
You said those few steps made you overcome that fear a little bit to actually start saying something?
What do you mean?
Like in that
Next-
moment, you said you were froze. You start
Mhm.
taking a few steps. Or those few steps
a little
will
bit.
help
I
you.
still looked like an idiot. So there was no getting out of looking like a dumbass, right? You're just young, bro. You know, it was just a first time experience, and then you're trying to make sure you do things right by a promoter, DJ. I mean,
Mhm.
it's just a whole new thing, man. And good thing it wasn't in front of like 10,000 people. Just the lucky 50 or 100 people that were there. So, but that was the first time I started out performing at One Eye Jack's, and then ended up doing a bunch of stuff around here. Went to Akron, Michigan, the whole nine. Started trying to tear up the Midwest, right?
Yeah,
You know,
our region. Turn our region
our
up.
triangle, and do some shows. I mean, even we went down to Austin, Texas for South by
did.
Southwest
Yep.
when I was like 19, 20 probably. I mean,
Damn.
maybe even earlier than that. I don't even remember, bro. Yeah, it was so long ago.
So you was
Yeah.
putting in all this work, and it finally got to the point that it started paying off.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, for sure.
Talk about that a little bit. How did you get to the point where it started paying off, and then tell the people how it paid off? A lot of people already know, but kind of break it down for the people that don't really. If I didn't know you and you're telling me this story, tell it how you would tell it.
I don't know. I mean, because I started out doing everything locally, and then branched out into. For one, I stayed in the studio all the time. I kept creating music. I kept doing shows. I booked all my own shit. There was no manager. This was like strictly me just being like anywhere between like 16 to 18 years old, dude, just like hustling, bro. Like I'd go up to VIP Smoke Shop up in Fairborn or it wasn't a VIP. I forget what it was called. It was some,
I know
what I'm
you're
talking about. There was a little smoke shop over there on Maple, dude. I'd put my little mixtapes in there and stuff like that. I mean, like I was really going after it. Like I was like a serious artist. When really like, I wasn't. I didn't know what I was doing, but I just was trying to do everything I can to push the music and promote myself and build an audience, which ended up happening, later on. But that's originally the come up of it, right? I'm trying to think of where else we did. I know I did a bunch of other stuff too, but it's not coming to me right now. But I did move around a good bit. For being a young kid, and I had to call my mom, like, hey, Mom, can you run a Sprinter? I got a few guys when they got it. Like we shot up to Akron and did a bunch of stuff up there too. And yeah. And Mom supported me all the way, dude. She was like, I wasn't making no money then, dude. I just was doing music. That was my dream, and she definitely invested and helped out and got me there. So that's what you gotta do sometimes, bro. You gotta go for it no matter what.
For sure. Now, who got you basically the foot in the door? How'd you get your foot in the door to actually being out there? As in, like, being the big shot, getting your chances.
I don't know, bro. I mean, I would say like some promoters, I guess, right? Like doing shows helps you get some exposure, but a lot of stuff was me. I know it sounds terrible, but a lot of it was me. I mean, collaborating with some artists helps you, but doing everything I just wanted. The biggest thing too in doing music, right, is perception. So if people see you moving around, they're gonna pay way more attention. Like you have to go do certain things, move around, make it look like you actually got motion, even if you're dead broke, dude. You got to make it, look like it, and that's kind of what you do. You got to build an image around everything that you're doing, also. So, and that's what I did. I think I did a pretty good job from a young age realizing that and kind of looking at it somewhat like a business. And like, dude, shit, we did our own shows. Like, I booked the venues, and I was the promoter my damn self. So there was a lot of stuff I did, man. I really worked on it, bro. It was like real work. And like, that's what, like, I would even have artists pay like $100, like just cause there was like deposits for venues and stuff. And I'd have them pay like $100 just to come perform. And so everyone threw in on it and we got to do the show. So just coming up with ideas like that, cause me being young, I couldn't do it. Right. So just having more artists come together and end up doing shows and stuff like that. So it worked out. It got out there though, so it did somewhat of what it needed to do at that point.
This episode of Talk is Cheap is sponsored by Coldest.com, home of the famous water bottles, tumblers, coolers, and more, designed to keep your drinks ice cold for up to 36 hours. They're perfect for the gym, work, or long days on the go.
Represent the Talk is Cheap crew and save some money while you're at it. Use code TIC Podcast. That's TIC Podcast at checkout for 10% off your order today at Coldest.com. Stay cool, stay fresh, stay coldest.
You're asking how I got into the record deal, how all that happened. So that happened through doing a show at WO Rights. Like I say, bouncing back and forth from One Eye Jack's to WO Rights. We did a show that was later on too. I think it was Kris Flair then, right? That was after we dropped the Sunny name.
That was right at the beginning of the Kris Flair era.
Yeah, it was. And it started out crazy. So did a show at WOs, and when we were doing the shows at WOs, we had the college campus because Wright State is literally right over by there.
Yeah.
So we had everybody from the college coming over, bro. I mean, we packed out WOs. And I'm talking, they were big shows. WOs was extremely happy. They were buying alcohol left and right. I mean, those were some banger shows, man. And people seen it, and word got around. There were some people that go to my show. Somebody sent it to a guy that was a manager, and he ended up hitting me up. And at first, I'm like, yeah, I don't know about all that. And I ended up meeting him, and I was pretty cool. And I didn't think I was going to sign him as a manager. I thought more it was just networking at the time. I didn't think this was going to be a record deal manager situation. I never thought that.
Yeah.
I thought it was more of just let's network and let's do some work. And so he took me around a little bit, and then we ended up going down to Nashville. And Nashville is where I met Cub and ended up getting signed to his label. He threw me in the studio, bro. Threw me right in the studio. Record. Go, let's see it. Oh shit. All right. Yeah.
Just on the spot. Just like, hey, you're doing
on the
this
spot,
right now.
bro. Yeah, it was on the spot. Like, let's see what you got, kid.
But that's really kind of like
And-
a pressure test, though.
Oh yeah,
Let's see if you're really as good
it
as I think
was,
you
bro,
are.
for sure. I mean, they threw me right into the fire. I mean, there was big people in the studio too at the time, and I was like, oh, this is like damn near takes you back to the first performance, right, where you're only doing 2 steps. It's like, oh man, this is a little nerve wracking.
Man, 2-step
But,
in the booth now.
No, I did it, man. Everybody was really happy, and they were like, yeah, this kid's got something, and let's see what we can do. And that's, and a few months later, we went back down there a few more times in between then and did the same thing, recorded, networked, met people, and I ended up signing the deal.
I want to know about the fun parts, though, because it seems like right after you signed the deal, you went straight on tour.
It felt like that, right? I
Yeah.
mean, it did. I think just that was probably loaded in the chamber, and then signing us was probably
Boom. Now I got a reason.
Now you got a real reason to go. Yeah, so we ended up going on tour. It was like packing bags to going on tour here in a few days. Like, huh? What are we doing? No, but we ended up doing it, going on tour with JellyRoll. And at that time, I didn't know who JellyRoll was. I didn't really listen to too much like Nashville rap country stuff. I wasn't really into that.
Is that where he's from?
Yeah.
I
yeah.
never
He's
knew
from like
that.
Antioch. Yeah.
Okay.
Tennessee. And so I was like, all right, well, we're going on tour. I didn't really know what to expect, man. I made different set lists to do because I wasn't sure really what crowd we're playing into. I mean, I thought it was more of like country stuff. I wasn't really too sure what we were doing, and just went out there and did it. And actually, the first night we were on tour, bro, I was backstage, and like I say, backstage you can hear everything.
Yeah.
So you can hear the crowd, you can hear them singing, and I heard Jelly singing, bro. And he hit like the craziest high note I've ever heard in my life, and I'm like, oh. After that night, I went back and started listening to his whole catalog, bro. All the music. I'm like, I got to figure out who like I'm really on tour with, bro, because I really didn't know who he was. And I did, man. I realized like, oh, this guy's got it. That's why he is where he is, man. He was a great guy, man. We had a lot of fun on that tour, dude. It was good memories. I mean, and I met a lot of cool people, man. A lot of cool people and some big wigs too, bro. There was a lot of people on that tour. This backstage area too, like stuff you wouldn't expect. Like people were backstage, like
Yeah.
it's wild.
So you gotta give us a crazy tour story. I know you got one.
I do have one, and it's like I don't know if I know it's exclusive. Tell it all. But I think it was Iowa, man, and this lady came up to me. And Jelly like has a way with fans, bro. You can see it, like especially now with the fan base, like they're die-hard fans, dude. And this lady come up to me, and it was after show because I used to go out in the crowd too. I would go out and meet with the fans, and like I wanted to try to make sure every opportunity I had, I capitalized on. Like that was my job on that tour. Went out in the crowd one night, and this lady came. I think we might have been out by the bus or something, and this lady came up to me, and she had her husband's ashes. And she wanted to put the ashes on Jelly's tour bus wheels. That was like important for her to do because he has a song called like "Till the Wheels Fall Off." I think that's what it's called, something like that. And she wanted to put the ashes on the wheel. And she asked me. I'm like, oh, I don't know. You gotta ask. We gotta
Yeah,
go. You know, let me
gotta
take you over
inquire
here, bro,
further.
because I'm not too sure, man. It's not my bus. I don't know. But that was a crazy story for me. I mean, we did have a lot of parties and stuff like that. But
Did they put the ashes on the bus? You can't just do that.
I believe they did. I'm
Okay,
pretty sure
okay.
that the ashes went on the tour bus wheels, which is pretty cool of them to do.
Shout out
know?
JellyRoll. Yeah, shout out JellyRoll.
And it was real. I mean, she was in tears, dude, coming up to me like, my husband passed away. Like, these are his ashes. I want to put them, we had this. That was our song, "Till the Wheels Fall Off." I think that was an important thing for her, and that's what she wanted to do, and I'm pretty sure that's what they did. So, but that was like a very uncomfortable. I was like, oh, I don't know, dude. Like,
Yeah.
Don't want to answer that.
Yeah.
You want to be respectful, but at the same time, you being in the position you are, you don't know.
Right.
you don't
Yeah.
wanna
I'm not stepping
overstep
on
no
nobody's.
lines.
Yeah, for sure. You get kicked off the tour, you fucking crazy.
Kind of backtracking a little bit to, you said the first time you was on tour.
Mm-hmm.
You're hearing the people out in the crowd. You hear Jelly sing. Was you a little intimidated?
I wouldn't necessarily say intimidated. I think I just went in not knowing what to expect, so that caused a little bit of worry on my part, because I knew, right? Like, as a performer, man, you got to go out there, perform, and put on a hell of a show.
Yeah.
And when people come to shows, they don't come to see people before the headliner, and that was a big thing for me. So it's like, how can I really
Make them want to see me?
Yes, 100%. And 9 times out of 10, it went really well, dude. And I tried to cater a little bit, my music wise, to the sounds I thought that would work for the crowd, right? Like hype songs, all that type of stuff. I think that was a big thing. And I think that helped, kind of having that mindset. It's like, I might not be able to perform what I really want to perform, but how can we capitalize? I mean, you got like 3,000 people every single night. We gotta get at least somebody, right?
Yeah.
So that was the biggest thing. I wouldn't say nervous necessarily. I mean, I knew that's what I was meant to do at that time,
Yeah.
I knew that this is what I started out at a little stage at a little bar in Ohio doing. Like, this is what I wanted. This is what I got. I'm here. I better fucking do it.
Yep.
So, and that's just I do have that go-getter attitude, right? Like, you're gonna do something, bro. Do it all the way, and don't fuck around. Get it done. So,
now, is there any preps you do before and after the show? Do you drink? Do you step? Do you sing a little bit?
PG-13, please.
Yeah, there's not a lot of PG-13 stuff other than no. I mean, I definitely took a few drinks before we went out. And then I actually, one time I would walk around a lot. I would walk around backstage. I'd move around a lot. Go the buses, mess around with the PlayStation that was out there with Casey, Jelly's guitar guy. We'd go play on the PlayStation, stuff like that. But I was moving around a lot. I would go back there and pace. I remember one time, I can't remember where exactly we were at though. And like, big ass curtain. I mean, it was like a theater that we were like performing in. It was huge, bro. I want to say somewhere in Missouri. But anyway, I was back there and I was like pacing back and forth. And so the backstage area was upstairs. So Jelly came in from his bus and went up the stairs. And he looked over at me. I think he could tell, like, I'm like either hyping myself up or I'm shitting bricks or, something. He looked over. He's like, "You got it, man. You got it." I was like, "I appreciate that, Jelly." Like, at the time, it's still earlier on the tour. Like, I didn't really get to know him too well. And it was just like, I knew that was the headliner. This is the guy, right? And I don't know. I thought that was a cool moment. But yeah, I used to pace around all the time and just like get myself hyped up, Like, you got this shit. Got to walk it out a little bit, right? So
Like
that's where I was at.
So,
PG-13.
yeah, PG-13. I appreciate that. I definitely appreciate that. But so after the tour, you're still signed. You're still making music.
Yeah.
It's still shit going on. Talk about that. What's post-tour label life like?
So post-tour label, we were actually supposed to go on another tour. And that's what C2 we didn't talk about on the last one because we did fuck up. But we
PG-13, bud.
Wow. We were actually supposed to go on tour with Yellow Wolf and Kid Rock.
No kidding.
Yeah, we were actually
That is
supposed to
crazy.
do that tour. Cub was going to go, and we were going to go do that tour. And then COVID hit. So I think COVID also affected a little bit of the motion that we were doing too, in a lot of ways. I think that played a role. just with the lockdown stuff, and then people being scared. Like, you couldn't go do a tour, you couldn't go do a
You
show.
couldn't go do
And,
shit.
yeah, it was
couldn't go to the store.
terrible. So I think that played a little bit of a role too. Yeah, I don't know.
Now we talked about the good, but what the pros? What are some of the cons?
Yeah, this is what the people.
What are
really
some of the
wanna hear.
cons?
Cons going on tour, being the big shot, getting yourself out there.
I would say, dude, on tour, the biggest lesson that I learned is like being away from when I'm on tour, bro. I'm gone for however many months I was gone for, and life back home was changing drastically. Like, my friends were having kids. My grandma was passing away. She was having a really hard time with her health and stuff like that. I missed a lot just off one tour and that short amount of time, man. It was really rough, 100%, because it was just like, damn, dude. Like, I'm trying to chase my dreams, but everything else is continuously moving, and yeah, it was hard. It was hard to deal with, man, for sure.
Now, did it feel like a change in time? As in, you going on tour, you did your little section, everything's going good, so it feels like time's flying. But when you got home, it completely changed drastically.
Yeah, it was weird, right? It's like I see my career like going through the roof, but I'm seeing everybody else's life just. I don't know how to really explain that though. Like, it's weird, man. Like, life just keeps moving, and when you're not around, you don't see anything, And like, there's still friends that I have to this day that I'm still trying to rebuild, friendships with because I was gone for so long. And it's like, dude, you weren't there for me. I am sorry, bro. I was chasing my dreams and trying to do what I always dreamed of doing, right? And I was trying to live that out a little bit. But that's just the reality of life, man. It's a crazy thing.
But people can't really hold you accountability for trying to chase your dream.
Yeah, but some people do, man. Some people do. You weren't there for me. That's there is that mentality to some people, man. 100%. So, it just it varies, bro. It varies, but it is crazy being gone for a certain amount of time, and then back and forth from Nashville. I was home some, but I mainly was in Nashville a lot. Dude. Yeah. So, like I say, people are getting older. There's people passing away. There's people having kids. I mean, there is a lot of shit going on that I missed out on. So,
now let's talk about the cons behind the scenes a little bit. Back in Nashville, what were some cons that you wasn't really following for? People, the music.
I don't think none of that, bro. I mean, to be real, like, there were no of me like staying in Nashville and working with the label and doing certain things. There was no con other than me missing out on stuff back home, and I just didn't feel like. That was kind of one of the things that ended up happening towards the end, which I'm sure we'll get into, but that I just, like I said, I was missing out on a bunch, bro. So I didn't want to be down there all the time just to sit in a studio.
Yeah.
Like, I felt like I went down there enough, bro, and networked and did what I needed to do. And I gave them the music they wanted, and we shot the videos. We did all that stuff, but I just missed out on a lot back home. So that was, I was burnt out, dude, 100%. I was burnt out. And I needed like a break. And it wasn't just Nashville either, bro. We went to Atlanta. We went to LA. We were all over the place. And it was just constant travel, man. So I was like, damn, life's changing back home, man. I'm missing out on a lot, And my family too, So that's a big thing too. Like, even like my dad's side and stuff, like that really drove a wedge in between me and all them, I would say. Like, just because I didn't go to Thanksgiving. I didn't go to, there was a lot of stuff I missed, man, just for chasing music.
So before we get all the way into the lowlights, into kind of where it all went bad, I want to get into one of the biggest highlights of your career. Now, we all know who Shaq is as a basketball player, but what a lot of people don't know is not only during his NBA career, but also after he dabbled in music here and there.
Yeah.
You talk about Shaq a little bit?
Yeah,
Shaquille O'Neal. To clarify
O'Neal,
for you
right?
dummies.
I'm not too sure how he ended up seeing me. It was probably through Cub, for real. That he seen me and heard the song Tony Montana, but he ended up DMing me. Dude, I did not think it was real at all. I thought I was getting like scammed or something. And then I looked on his Instagram profile and seen like the page, and it said like 30 million followers or whatever he had at the time. And I was like, oh shit,
This
this
is
is
Shaq.
really Shaq, dude. I started looking there's
Yeah.
this girl like, this is real, bro. I gotta answer this back. So I was like, yo, shoot me your email. Let's send you the song. Send him the song, and I wasn't expecting nothing. I thought maybe he just wanted to hear the song, check it out some more, see what it was really about. He ended up sending me a remix of that song, bro. He started doing the EDM stuff, and he's a DJ, and he sent me a remix of it, which is pretty damn cool, bro. Pretty cool. For him to do that was wild to me. Like that level of celebrity is crazy, you know. To reach out to somebody that's really not at the pinnacle of their, you know, or they're not a big famous person blowing up right now.
Just
to
to
really
show
do
that
that.
much love.
Yeah, that was cool as hell, bro. And to get the stamp like you're fire from Shaq, I was like, that's pretty fucking cool, dude. You know, so.
Now,
Yeah.
is this a song that is out right now?
Yeah, it is out. Yep, Tony Montana, and he remixed it.
Take that out.
Now
on
that's
all
it's on it's on my YouTube. Like the remix that he did is on my YouTube. It's not out on all platforms because I don't know about the EDM stuff, bro. I don't know like sample wise, like clearance.
Yeah,
and
how
stuff. I'm
much
not
clearance,
too
right.
sure, bro. They be putting together like 100 different sounds in one song, bro. It's just, I get my whole page taken down, so I haven't put it out all platforms yet. So
Man, going everywhere.
So I guess we'll get into the nitty gritty, what the people want to know, because obviously we
Yeah.
know you're not signed now.
yeah, I'm not.
So talk about the downhill part.
Hold on. The
Wet your whistle for
the
this one.
only issue that I have ever had, right? The only issue that I've ever had with Cub or with the label was dropping my music without me knowing, bro. I woke up one day and I got an email, and mind you, this was after all the Shaq stuff. So I got an email like, your music is dropping next week. I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't know about it, man. How can I even promote an album if I didn't know about it? That was my
with a week's
only
time of
Yeah, dude. That was my biggest thing that pissed me off. Other than that, man, we were pretty good, you know. And the songs on that album were not mixed. So we were releasing unmixed music right after Shaq reached out. Like I felt like we were at a
you got
loss.
the public eye.
Yeah. I felt like we were at a loss, and we're at like a pinnacle of like, okay, we could really take a run on this. And it just was, you know, I don't know but that was one thing as a creative artist, right, bro? You want to be able to
have creative control.
Yeah, and I believe that was in the contract, but that was something that I wanted, bro. I wanted to be able to put my music out the way that I wanted. Like I'll send it to you. You can put it out, upload it, whatever you want to do, but let me get it ready. And that shit was not ready. That was stuff that I was sending to the manager. That was like that's like me sending
how
you
you
a
feel
song
about this before I
and
finish it.
Yeah. That's exactly what that was, bro. Like just check it out. Let me know what you think of this. Like this is raw template vocals, whatever. And that's what it was, bro. And that's what some of it was that was thrown out. It wasn't ready, and that really pissed me off. That was it. Other than that, Cub, if you're watching this, dude, I love you, bro. Like that was never nothing like that, and I really do appreciate everything you did because there's a lot of people I met through Cub, bro, that I would have never met, probably. Like
a lot of opportunities.
a lot of opportunities and a lot of stuff, bro. And I know he's like you said before, man. It's not personal; it's business. I don't even know if he's got beef with me. I don't have beef with him. That was my dude, bro. And it was never really him. It was more the manager. You know, the manager was the problem. It was never the label, and that's kind of how everything started crumbling down a little bit.
So it crumbles to crumbs, and now a lot of people don't know how record deals work. So kind of break that down. How do you get out of a deal like that?
Well, my ass was ready, dude. I didn't make it crazy complicated. I'm sure I probably could have. And I'm sure Cub probably could have made it way more complicated on me too, bro. But I could have waited it out. Like I could have waited out the deal and waited till I think it was like 24 or 23, 24, I think. Because it was a 4-year deal. And it's either that or you pay them. Like you get that advance money, and then your streams basically got to work to pay that off. It's like a loan, pretty much. What they give you
the
up
whole
front.
off this loan. Right?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. So I said, "Fuck it." I said, "Look, I'm gonna give Cub back everything that he paid me, that I received. Right now, the manager gets a 20% cut of whatever the overall total is for the deal." I said, "That's on the fucking manager. That's on him, bro, because he took that money. That's on him. This shit's on me." So I made sure that Cub got all the money that he gave to me on that day for that advance. And I did that out of respect for him, man, because it was just like, you know, I do appreciate everything he did, bro. Definitely took care of us on tour, bought us shit, and, you know, and took us out there. And I'm pretty sure he was spending a lot of his own money on that. He might have made some back from merch, but he really did. That was some real shit, bro.
Sounds like it's all love on his end.
Yeah, it was. He really did, bro. Even taking us out to LA, all the flights, like that was him, bro. That was label expense, like. So he did look out, bro. I got to give that to him. And like I said, I don't. A lot of people will stir that up too and be like, "Oh, you got so many problems with the label. Your label fucked you." That man, no.
Make it clear.
Yeah. It was not that, bro. It was not that. I always got love for Cubs. So, yeah. I don't know where he stands, but that's where I stand. So
that's real. So post label life. Let's kind of get into that after the label. Where is Kris Flair at these days?
Podcasting. I'm here. No. What do you mean? You mean music wise? What am I doing with music
we'll
now?
Get into the music. We'll get into the music. What's life like?
Dreams, goals, accomplishments.
I mean, I'm running businesses. We got that going right now. We got the podcast going. We're doing 50. I'm doing 50 million fucking things, dude. I'm so busy. It's hard for me to even make it to a studio if I really wanted to. So, yeah, man, I stay busy, dude. I'm a worker. Like I try to do everything I can to, you know, take care and provide for people I need to provide for, right? So
speaking on a little bit on provide, I heard you recently just bought a rock.
Yeah, Kris Flair is getting married 2026, boys. It's going down.
No more hoe.
Hey, calm down.
Yeah, so I'm getting married this year. That's a big thing too.
Congratulations.
Damn, you know what we forgot to touch on, bro? I was thinking about that too. Like a part of our story too, when we were doing music, we went to a show, bro, and we were kicking it with Post Malone.
We definitely did. You want to tell that story?
Yeah, I went to a show. I don't even remember what that was.
Midwest Summerfest.
Yeah, it was like
exactly
Midwest Summerfest, bro. And we were sitting there,
Land
like,
of
dude,
Illusion.
we were, I don't know, like 15, 16, right? It had to be. Or 15, 16.
Wasn't even supposed to be in there.
Yeah, wasn't even supposed to be in there, bro. We're in there kicking it and hanging out Post Malone, dude. Whole stack of cigarettes, just kicking it and talking, bro, and just having a good time. That's what we did, bro. We were networking, man. I'm telling you, like, we were in there. There were rooms that we should have like never been in, but we were in, bro, just because of the hustle of the music, man. That was, like I say, when I want something, I go get that shit 100%.
So do you feel like you took advantage of every opportunity that was presented to you?
Maybe. I don't know. That's a tough question, man. I think so. You know, looking back on everything, this dude G-Man's gonna drink on my fucking Casamigos. That's my regret. Yeah, no, I'm just kidding. Fucking with you, bro. No, but damn, Kane. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think that I capitalized on everything the best that I could at that time. I'm not saying there's nothing I wouldn't change. I mean, I'm sure there's things I could have done better and right, but that's how you learn, though. That's how you learn.
Yeah.
You grow. You take a loss, you bounce back, and that's the way it is, man. So I tried my best. I gave everything my all, and that was another thing too with music, bro. I always told myself, like, if I'm not able to give everything to it, then I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah.
If I can't give 100% of something, man, I might as well give it up because it's not gonna work. In order to do something, man, you gotta love it and you gotta really, really want it.
I'm glad you said that. I'm so glad you said that. You know what I want to ask you. You gotta love it. You gotta want it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't give it up. If you're done with it, say you give up. Is Kris Flair done with music? Is Kris Flair falling out of love with music?
Yeah, Kris Flair definitely fell out of love with music. That's for sure. That happened a while back. But I wouldn't say I'm necessarily done, man. I'm trying to get back to loving it. Is that an answer, right? I'm trying to get back to loving music again like I did before the deal, before the bullshit with the manager, before all the issues. I'm trying to get back to loving music. And if I can love music again, shit, I'll do music again. Even though I'm getting old. I might got to switch genres or something. But I got to figure that out. But
country album coming out.
yeah.
Redneck.
So we'll see where it goes. I mean, I still have a lot of music that I have in the vault that I'm planning on releasing. And me and you get in there and mess around, bro. Make some little country music and just have fun, man. That's what it's all about. Is just trying to to bring back that love for me. Like I say, I don't 100% have that. I don't know if I ever will have that again, but I like to just try to have fun with it. That's where we started. I think that's where it should always be.
Definitely.
I don't think I'm like professionally going to ever chase music again. If that's where you're getting towards, am I ever going to sign another deal? No. Y'all can have that shit. I don't want it.
What would have to
I'm
happen for you to professionally chase music again?
I don't know.
$1 million.
You know?
Is it impossible?
I don't know. I don't know.
This is talk is cheap.
I know. I got you, but I don't know. I really don't. It's like a tough. I don't think there's anything that would really make me do it because all the deals are fucked. Like there's no way.
Label deal, creative control. It's your world. Your bird, man. Big bird. Bloody bird.
I don't know. Maybe, dude. I don't know. I think for me though, like the podcasting stuff over the music is. Yeah. I love doing this, bro. I have freedom. This is my shit. I can say whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Say whatever I want to say, and nobody's telling me what to do. I think that's a big thing with music, right? You hire a manager, they're gonna want to tell you what to do every single fucking day. They're gonna, creatively, people are gonna pick your music apart versus just having fun with it, making music and enjoying it. That's it's that simple. So I don't think I'll ever professionally do music again. I think that era is over, and now I'm trying to be the Joe Rogan of Ohio, at least for right now.
Now I want to jump back a little bit because you said in the very beginning you don't like to be told no, or you can't do things.
Yeah.
Now, did you just stop and say I quit, or did you know that you just wanted to take another route and that this was not for you? I want to say you quit.
Basically, what he's asking is, did you give up or did you restart?
I think it was a restart, to be honest. I don't think it was necessarily giving up. I think it was, dude, I had an analogy before, but I can't remember exactly how to say it. But you get into things and you realize they're not what you thought it was, right? Mm-hmm. I got into music for the love of music. I didn't get into music for the music business. That music business will tear you up and spit you out, and it's not the funnest thing to be around, bro. The music business is very, very corrupt. It's a crazy business to be in and be around, and that really took the love out of everything for me. So I don't know if it's necessarily given up. I don't know. I've asked myself that before, though, because I don't want to be that person to give up.
Yeah.
But it's just I don't have that drive for it, though.
Yeah.
I mean, I could stay up all night long, bro, making music. I don't have that anymore. I hate sitting in the studio now at this point. Like, it's not the funnest thing to do for me because I've done it so much, though. I've spent so many hours of my life.
Burnt yourself out.
Yeah, 100%. So, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know if I'll ever, like I said, I just want to have fun with it. That's the biggest thing for me is have fun, enjoy it with you guys. I mean, it's cool. It's like my fiance's little brother. We'll get in the studio, mess around, like write some rap. Like, I enjoy doing that type of stuff. Seriously doing music and trying to get a deal and going and doing 1,000,001 shows, man, I just don't have too much interest in that.
So would you say the music industry is like a book? It's all glorious and nice from the outside, but the inside
I think a lot of things can be like that, bro.
Yeah.
I think
Grass is
the
always
music,
greener on the other side.
the grass is always green on the other side. I mean, I've met so many celebrities, man. They're rich, they're famous, but they're unhappy. I can't say grass is always green on the other side, right?
So all that being
Hollywood's
said,
like that too.
I guess the big question is, what advice do you have for anybody who knowingly or unknowingly could be following in your footsteps, whether it's with music, creating a business, starting a podcast, hell, having a family?
Yeah, I would say, dude, don't let anybody tell you no. I mean, I stand by that shit. Like, don't let anybody tell you no and you can't do something. And whatever you do, make sure you love it. Whether you're a carpenter, a roof guy, or you have your own business, or whatever you're doing in your life, bro, make sure that you love it and you can give it 100% and give it everything that you got. Because if not, it's not going to work out, man. You got to give everything your all, and you can't give up, dude. The world is going to beat you down and spit you out, man, in every single situation. So, grab yourself by the balls and
strap them on.
Yeah, do what you need to do. So, give 100% at everything, man.
Words of wisdom.
Give 100%. So,
now we do this with all the rest of the interviews. This is off the record. This is your shit. It's your chance to say whatever the fuck you want. You want to say fuck anybody? You want to shout?
No, I don't want to say
out?
fuck anybody, dude.
You want to say fuck a couple of people?
Oh no, we heard you say
Fuck
fuck
you.
one person in the beginning.
Yep, we definitely
Did we?
Yep.
Oh, I don't remember. I don't know where I'm at.
Oh, who was that?
We'll leave it alone. It's his interview.
Oh, okay.
Talk your shit, boss man.
No, I want to shout out you guys, bro, because without a team, man, the podcast is not able to be done. So shout out everybody here and everyone that's helped us out with like previous episodes and all that stuff, man. It is a lot of work for everybody to like get up and like random scheduling and doing these interviews and stuff like that, bro. So I appreciate you guys, and we got to continue doing this shit, man. So
I love it.
Oh, you hear that? You gave us some
give me your flowers, then, dude. So,
From coming from an bottom side of a rock, dude, it really is a privilege to be here. Call you all my brother.
Facts.
I love it.
That's what I say, dude. This is a brotherhood, bro. There's no other way. Like, there's nothing else you can call it, man. It's family, bro. It's brothers for real, not just friends, man. So I don't know if I answered everything the right way or the perfect way, but it's going to be put out like this. So
Hey,
this
and
is
if
what
y'all
they
got
wanted.
any more questions, drop them in the comments.
Yeah, if we
He has
seriously
no choice but to answer them. Follow us on Instagram, The Talk is Cheap
There it is.
Podcast. TikTok also, The Talk is Cheap Podcast. Any questions you got, it's uncensored. Anything you want to ask him. If he doesn't answer it, I'll answer it. And he don't want that.
there it is. Yeah, we don't want Kane to answer nothing. So yeah, there it is.
But you see, he got business calls going on.
What's up, bro?
G-Man still in the Casamigos, so we're going to call it here. Shout out to
Waiting
Flair.
on you.
Shout out to Ron Dog. Shout out G-Man, the whole Talk is Cheap Podcast.
Peace.
I'm Big Boss Kane, and we're falling apart here.